plug more money into the brokerage account. I can put more money.
I can't wait to make a video. Guys, bought my first property. Guys, I paid off my mortgage. Like, that's gonna be an awesome video, an awesome feeling. Hey guys, I am Bryson here, and by the way, welcome to the show. But I love these videos. Like, they are my favorite. You know, reacting to people paying off their mortgage and then making a video about it and telling us, do they regret it or do they not regret it? And I want to watch this video to find out exactly what's going on here, because I'm gonna be in the same situation next year, but I'm not gonna regret it. It's kind of like saying, like, hey, if I pay it off, I'm gonna have all this built-in equity. I can't really use it. But again, you have a paid off home. Like, people don't have those, you know, and it lowers your bills massively. You need less money, and you're able to just go ahead and grab all the extra money now and just basically put it towards investing or having fun or doing whatever you want. It's like one of those things, you know. It's a hard tell, because you're always like, hey, I can make more money over here. I could just, you know, the interest is so low. There's so many things out there, so many options. So I do think that it's a good problem. Let's watch together, and also destroy the like button. I appreciate it a ton though. Without further ado, let's find out exactly what's going on.
It's been about 9 months since my wife and I paid off our mortgage early, and since then,
9 months.
and I've had a lot of people voice their opinions, talking
their opinions. I like how this video is starting. Like, this guy's just like, people voicing their opinions
about how I should have used that money to put it in towards investments.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, right? I should have used this money to put it towards investing, and then with that money made, I could have paid the interest on this and that, you know. But people don't understand that. What would happen if this man right here lost his job, right? Or got into a crazy accident? Or, for example, if the market crashed 20-30%, you're only supposed to invest money that you're not going to need for the long term. That's the whole thing when it comes to investing.
Instead of paying...
What it says, some succeed because they are destined to. Most succeed because they are determined to. I like that quote.
Off the mortgage early. So I thought it would be good to make a video giving my thoughts of having a paid off mortgage for around 9 months or so, and
that's awesome.
If I regret...
Congratulations, by the way. Very few accomplish it.
That or not. So do I regret it? Well, the short answer, hell no.
Yeah, there you go. No, 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 no. It's so easy to be like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't regret it.
You guys came for the quick and dirty short answer. Well, thank you all so much for watching. If you could just do me a huge favor and hit that like button on your way out.
Yo, I like your studio, bro. Your lighting is super light though. That's the only thing I'm seeing with this video. But I like the studio. I like the setup. I like the hardwood. What is it called? Not hardwood. The hardwood thing here in the back. I like it a lot. Like, it's just, I think you're using a ring light and it's too bright. That's the only thing. I think my lights are pretty bright right now, but I don't know. It's just a suggestion.
That really does help out the video, and thank you guys so much for clicking on it. Now, for those of you that are sticking around to hear the more nitty-gritty details of absolutely why I do not regret paying off my mortgage early, well, then stick around and let's get right into it. So there are 3 topics that I want to discuss in today's video that can help me explain why I do not regret paying off my mortgage early.
Well, let me guess here. 0 risk of default. It gives you lower bills, and you have more money now to invest. I don't get it, you know. I don't get it. Like, you could just, like, the money you're gonna be saving on this mortgage, you can basically just put it towards investing if you wanted to, or just having fun, and you're still gonna get to your goal anyways. You know, it's like such a big benefit. It's such a big benefit just paying off your mortgage.
And to start with the first one, let's start with the money. See, most people's arguments for not paying off their mortgage early is they say that they would rather put that money into investments, and
most of them don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Most people, they don't do it at all. It's not like they're like, you know what? The money I would put towards my extra mortgage, I'm going to put it towards investing. Most people don't do this. They invest mediocrely. Meaning, for example, they're like, I would rather invest, but they're not really investing anything whatsoever. You know, so it doesn't make any sense.
And let that money grow instead of putting it towards a mortgage payment that typically has a lower interest rate. And I'll be the first one to
lower growth.
Tell you guys this. I would agree with those people on that. Yes, you can earn more money, and it is
but that's not the point, though.
Mathematically correct to put your money into
mathematically. I see what it's saying.
Investments rather than putting extra money.
It's like saying, like, what's the point of having an emergency fund when you could just invest that money and put it into an investment account? Well, Tommy, the point is that if I get into an emergency, I can't just liquidate it. And what happens if the market just goes down like crazy, right? Well, then what do? I just lost my money. Or Tommy, I could basically either pay off my mortgage, $150,000 or $200,000, or I could just put the money towards investing. Yeah, but it's not like your investments now are gonna cover like your whole mortgage. And what happens if you lose your job, something crazy happens, the market crash? A lot of bad stuff can happen, man. So I just think it's a better idea to just pay it off first and then focus on everything else.
On top of your...
And by the way, you shouldn't, let me just make this clear, you shouldn't just focus on paying your mortgage and not investing. You should be doing both. Meaning, my course is gonna say, hey, you invest 10, 20%, but then your extra money, around 15% to 10% extra, put it towards the mortgage. That way you're done faster, but you also were able to actually invest the money and have some growth.
Your mortgage, because of the difference of rates that you can get. When you pay off your mortgage, the most amount of money you can make is the money that you're saving from your interest rate on your house. So if you have an interest rate of 3%, then you're going to save the money that you would have to pay, which is around 3% interest on that mortgage debt.
Makes sense.
To where if you go invest in the market, the typical average return in the stock market year over year is 6 to 8%. So if you put...
That's not true. It's more like 8 to 12%, depending on what you're investing into. 6% would be trash. I swallowed my own saliva by accident. But yeah, that's not true. It's more like 8 to 12%. 6% is pretty trash. Depending on what you're investing into, obviously. And by the way, the average investor tries to be a stock picker. They make around 3 to 2%, which is actually pretty bad. But overall, you should be able to make 8 to 12%. That's the overall goal right there. You don't want to make 6%.
Put that money into the market, your money could be earning 6 to 8% on an annual basis. So yes, that sounds a lot sexier than paying off your mortgage because you're going to be earning more money. So I agree with everyone out there who says they would rather be investing their money than paying off their mortgage. But there's other things to think about than just the mathematical side of
there are
paying off a mortgage. Now, one thing I do want to note here that I think it's very important.
Why is it that everyone can grow a beard and I can't grow a beard? I think even if I had a full beard, I still wouldn't. I would still cut it. I don't know.
To the viewers, you guys that are watching, and if you are thinking about paying off your mortgage early, is that I still want to stress this. You still need to be investing your money whenever you are paying off.
I just said that. I just said that exact same thing. This guy's smart. This guy got it.
Your mortgage. I would not recommend someone put
gets it. What is wrong with my English?
All of their money into the mortgage and not be investing at all. See, my wife and I, what we did is we were still putting a decent percentage of our income into investments while also putting extra money towards the mortgage.
That's awesome.
As well. Now, one way we're able to do this is because we did buy a lower, cheaper home.
That's awesome, and that's smart, and that's what I'm talking about. So my rule when it comes to buying a mortgage, to buying a house, is you buy a home that's only a third of your income, right, of your monthly income, and on top of that, that includes all of the expenses like the taxes, insurance, HOA fee potentially, the actual mortgage, everything, right, and maintenance. And then what you do is you put it on a 15-year mortgage. If you're able to afford that, then you got it. You're a go for. You know what I'm saying? And then you can basically just pay that off with a third of your income. You're investing 15% to 20%, which is fine. And then you still have extra money left over to put towards the mortgage. So that way you get both of best worlds. But if you buy a home that you can't afford for the next 30 years and all this stuff, it's going to be pretty hard to actually do this. That's the problem.
You know, we didn't go spend an arm and a leg to buy the biggest home on the block and the nicest, newest built home. We bought a home that was comfortable, affordable, and that was functional for our family. Now, when it comes to an amount that you need to be investing, you can follow the Dave Ramsey route if you want to on this and say you need to be investing at least 15% of...
I said 10 to 20% is fair. And once the mortgage is paid off, you can basically increase
your income into investments, whether that be 401k, real estate, brokerages, whatever that may be.
I don't think you should be investing into real estate. I think retirement accounts are a lot better. Unless you're like an expert on real estate, then that's fine. But even doing that, you're just like building up crazy leverage. Not the best idea.
And then everything on top of that, you can put towards your mortgage debt, as long as all of your other consumer debt is paid off. So after hearing that, some of you may be asking, well, if you knew you're going to make more money in the stock market in the long term versus putting that money into your mortgage, why would you choose to put the money into your mortgage? Well, that's a great question, and that leads...
Why? I think it's just I think it just makes financial sense. You know, it lowers your risk a lot. You have a paid off home. Your family's safe. You're safe. You can sleep good at night. And then you have less stress to worry about things, you know? And it's not like, not everything is like a mathematical thing. oh, I can work at job B and make $10,000 more, but I'll be miserable. Do I want to work there? No.
Leads me to the second point of this video, and that's safety. If there's one thing that you guys take from this video about me not regretting paying off my mortgage, it's two things. It's the safety that this brings me because I don't have that monthly payment going out every single month. And also,
this guy seems to be very frugal. I want to watch more of his content.
It's the fact that I sleep much better at night.
I literally said that. I think this guy and me are twins or something.
Knowing that I don't have to make that mortgage payment every single month. With me having my mortgage paid off, my overall monthly expenses are relatively low. I only have to worry about a certain bills every single month.
Utilities, well, you still have to pay tax and insurance, obviously, but just utilities, groceries, and transportation. And if he has paid off cars, then he's pretty good to go.
And that's what everyone has to pay. Your typical electric bills, your water bills, grocery bills, and things of that nature. But with not having any debt whatsoever or any consumer debt, not including my rental properties or my real estate investments.
Oh, so this guy's over here. I think that's what's so interesting about finance, right? That people are able to take what they like and leave what they don't. So I'm guessing like he has his personal home paid off, but his other properties, he's leveraged in it, right? Which is fine, but it's not my style. Like what I would do is like when I do get to that point, which is next year, I'll buy a home, most likely, potentially, like there's almost like an 80% chance it'll be in cash and a 20% chance it won't be in cash because I kind of want something like a little bit more expensive. We'll see what happens though. And if that's done, once that's done, I'll buy a rental property potentially, and I'll put down 20% with the tenant's rent, and also, for example, my income. I'll pay that one off, and then I'll buy the next one, 20% again. Same formula. You use the other one to pay this one once it's paid off, and went to the next one. But I'm not in a rush to be like, I want to grab $100,000, buy 5 properties, and then just keep renting them out, and now I just owe like $500,000, and I'm like, what the heck? What am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just take things step by step.
I really do have a pretty cheap, low cost of living. Now, something else this helps with is my risk factor. What I mean by that is I currently am working for myself. I have a couple different online businesses,
awesome. Same here, by the way.
Channel, podcast. We got the dividend tracker coming out here very soon. And then I also have rental properties that earn me income as well. And if you want to count the dividends as well, even though those are all getting reinvested back into the stock market. But
same here. Like the stock market is pretty trash. Not to say anything, but like until you get to the total amount that you actually need, like it doesn't matter how much you have, because it's kind of like, even if you have, for example, like $500,000, it's not like you're gonna take the money out unless you do need. That's your goal, So my goal is like to have like $800,000, and once I have that, I can use the 4% rule and take money out. But until then, it's like everything just gets reinvested and reinvested, all towards the goal. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of the game, though.
With that, my risk factor is a lot lower now in case something would happen to one of my main sources of income right now, being YouTube. If my YouTube channel would happen to take a dive,
that's the same way I think, yo. I like this guy.
Or would look like it's going to the shitter, which looks like that right now, I'm gonna be okay because I don't have many expenses.
My advice is, if your YouTube channel is not doing what you want it to do, just that's interesting, because I have more subscribers than he does, and I get like 2,000 views per video, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. If it's a really good video, maybe like crazy views. But the answer is focus on monetizing yourself and creating super fans and giving value to them. If you just focus on an AdSense, that's not the best thing you want to do. So if you have, for example, 1,000 people that basically follow you and they believe in what you do, that's awesome. And if you have a product that goes for $50, like $50, you sell that once a month, or a monthly membership or whatever it is, that's $50,000 a month. You know what I mean? So is it 50,000? Yeah, $50 multiplied by 1,000. That's 5,000. Is it 5,000? Guys, my math, I just can't think right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know why I'm using my calculator. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Yeah, 50K. Like, it just seems so crazy, this big number, just for 1,000 people. Like, I just can't believe it. But yeah, 50K from 1,000 people. Focus on monetizing yourself and don't rely so much on YouTube. That's why I'm working on a course and more courses and potentially books in the future and PDFs and all that stuff, because YouTube is cool, but it's not really that crazy reliable.
Expenses, so I don't have to have a large income to get by every single month. Now, granted, if that means I need to go start other businesses and do other things to earn extra money, then I'm going to do that to keep my lifestyle up. But the cool part about this is that I don't have to stress because that money doesn't have to go out to the mortgage. So what that gives me is flexibility. I have
options.
The flexibility to do truly what I want to do because my expenses are so low. I don't
like, imagine this guy has this whole plan and he's investing, right? And imagine Murphy's Law comes into play, right? Market goes down like crazy, and then his YouTube channel just crashes completely. He makes no money. Like, what does he do now? You know what I mean? Like, he has to wait until the market recovers, obviously, and if he doesn't wait, he'll be taking like a huge loss. So I like his plan. It's pretty good. I just not a big fan of the real estate thing with the whole like leverage, not my thing, but I like this part of the plan.
Have a high income every single month if I don't want to, although it'd be nice. But if I have a couple months where I don't have a lot of income, I also don't have a lot of expenses to worry about, which in return means I don't have to go back and get another job. I can give it a few.
I remember when I was 22, 23, I was fixing to buy a property that cost $600,000 on a 30-year mortgage. My plans were a lot more different back then. And the mortgage was going to be somewhere like around $4,000, something crazy like that. And I had to make so much money. Everything had to work exactly the way I wanted it to work. Because if things did not work the way I wanted it to work, I was going to be in so much trouble. And that's when people get messed up, you know. But today, I can live off easy, in luxury, off of $2,500, easy. And just do whatever I want to do.
Few months to try and start up another business and earn some extra income in order to survive. So safety and peace.
By the way, if things ever went left for me, I really do think I would go to college, get a finance degree, and potentially just go back to college and just teach finance and money while I'm working on my business. Like, I really do love to teach, you know. Like, if I didn't have anything, I'll just probably do that, you know. Yeah, most likely.
Peace of mind was one of the largest deciding factors of the reasons why I chose to go with paying off the mortgage early, and also being in the line of work that I am, it makes my life a little bit easier knowing I don't have all these expenses.
And especially if he has kids, it's like a big deal too.
With having a sort of income that fluctuates every single month quite a bit. Now for the third point, and I'll end this one here quick, is I now have more money to invest with. So the amount of money that was going out towards my mortgage every single month, and also the amount of money I was putting on top of the mortgage payment every single month, is now all money in my pocket.
That's awesome. Yeah, that does make sense, because the extra money and the money that you weren't investing for it's a lot more money.
I can choose to do whatever I want with that money because I don't have to let it go out to different bills. It's not going to mortgage payment. It's not going to debt. But I now have that extra money that I can put into investments even more.
That's awesome.
Plug more money into the brokerage account. I can put more money.
I can't wait to make a video. Guys, bought my first property. Guys, I paid off my mortgage. Like, that's going to be an awesome video, an awesome feeling. Guys, I got married. Here's how much money I spent. I can't wait for those, like, you know, like big moments. You know what I mean? It'll be awesome.
Down for a
So share with you guys especially.
Real estate investment, or I can buy multiple properties because I have more cash in the savings right now because I don't have that money going out to pay for the mortgage. Now here's what it comes down to, guys. If you guys don't know this about me already, I have been on the journey to become...
Guys, I lost power. So if you guys don't see me for a second, it's because my thing shut off.
Financially independent, and what that truly means is I have enough money coming.
So I gotta turn off like at least like 1 or 2 lights here, guys, because if I leave the lights on, then obviously things are gonna get very bad. So let me just give me a second, guys. Let me just try to adjust here to make things nice, but you know, not too crazy, because that way I have like, all right, so that's fine. So now we're running just on 1 light, and that gives me just a little bit extra time. Let me put this light all the way up here. 1 second, guys. Yep, buddy. And let me see if I can turn this one off. This one can turn off. And boom. That's fine. You guys can see me, but that way we can finish the video without having to worry about the lights going off.
Example, if I calculate up all my expenses for the month, and let's say it's roughly around $3,000.
All right, so this guy doesn't spend that much money.
That's $3,000 that I need to come up with investment income through cash flow of real estate.
And by the way, do you know how hard that is? Do you know how hard it is to make $3,000 in passive income, guys? Well, let's say $3,000, right? And it's just, for example, from the stock market, multiply by 12, per year is $36,000, right? So if you divide it by 0.04, you need to have around $900,000 actually invested in order to give you that much money in passive income. That's why it's so important. If you take off the property, it just lowers your bills by so much more.
And through dividend payments and through other types of business ventures that are more passively managed, that I can earn income from, that's going to pay me for a very long time. So with me lowering those expenses, I don't have to invest as much money and I don't have to have as much income coming in to cover my lifestyle because my expenses are a lot lower with having that mortgage paid off. So it gets me to that financial freedom status a lot faster. So guys,
one of the best ways to get to financial freedom a lot faster is to need less money. That way you need to also invest less money.
That's the video. If you guys stuck around with me for this long, wow, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. If you could...
Guys, I actually like this guy from what I just saw. So I'm going to go ahead and give this guy what he deserves, man. I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a like. It's a great video. And I'm also going to leave a comment. So right here, love this video. Love this video. I agree. I agree. Love this video and I agree. Boom. And guys, if you feel like I rushed this video review or like this thing, is because I really have to. Like I only have 13 minutes left to turn off all of my systems because here in Puerto Rico the lights went off. And that's one way that I've lowered my bills a lot more. I should buy like a little generator machine thing, but is it worth it? It's not really worth it, honestly. Like, cause you spend like $800 and the light barely goes off, but then it's good to have in case something does go wrong. You know, I'll think about it, and I'll be back with you guys. Okay. As always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. Comment down below to let me know, would you be down to pay off your mortgage, or do you think it's actually such a bad idea? Comment down below, let me know. See you guys tomorrow. As always, peace.